Hey everyone, welcome back to SpeakNext English Podcast today.
If you're new here, please subscribe to our channel right now.
Hit that bell icon so you never miss our conversations.
Today we're talking about English for international relationships, and this is personal.
Oh, you mean like dating someone from another country or culture?
Exactly. My girlfriend is from Brazil, so I know this topic well.
Perfect. You can share your real experiences with everyone listening today.
I've made so many mistakes communicating with her over the years, honestly.
That's what makes this conversation valuable. Real stories help people learn better.
So where should we even start with this huge topic?
Let's talk about the beginning, like meeting someone from another country first.
Okay, so I met Maria at an international conference 3 years ago.
Was it hard to start a conversation with her initially?
Well, her English was pretty good, but I still felt nervous.
Why nervous? Was it because of the language barrier or something else?
Both, actually. I worried she wouldn't understand my accent or my jokes.
That's so relatable. Many people feel that way in these situations, clearly.
And I was right to worry because my first joke totally failed.
What did you say? Tell us what happened with that joke.
I said something about the weather being sick, meaning cool or awesome.
Oh no, she probably thought you meant the weather was literally sick.
Exactly. She looked so confused and asked if I was feeling okay.
That's the problem with slang when you're talking to international people, honestly.
I learned pretty quickly to avoid idioms and casual expressions with her.
At least at first, right? Until you both understood each other better?
Yeah, now she gets my slang, but it took months of explanation.
This brings up an important point about adjusting your English for others.
What do you mean by adjusting? Like speaking slower or something?
Slower, yes, but also choosing clearer words instead of complicated ones.
Oh yeah, I stopped using words like gonna and wanna at first.
You said going to and want to fully, which is clearer.
It felt weird because that's not how I normally talk at all.
But it helped her understand you better during those early conversations, right?
Definitely. And she did the same for me with her accent.
She probably slowed down and pronounced things more carefully for you too.
She did. We were both making an effort to understand each other.
That mutual effort is what makes international relationships work over time successfully.
Can we talk about something that was really challenging for me?
Of course, what was the biggest challenge you faced with Maria?
Understanding when she was upset versus when she was just being direct.
Oh, cultural communication styles. This is such an important topic here.
In Brazil, people are very expressive with their emotions, you know?
So she would show feelings very openly compared to what you're used to.
Exactly. She'd raise her voice when excited, and I thought she was angry.
But she was just being enthusiastic or passionate about something.
Right. It took me forever to understand that volume doesn't mean anger.
What about the opposite? When she was actually upset, how did you know?
That was confusing too, because she expected me to just sense it.
Like she wouldn't directly say, I'm upset, but expected you to notice?
Exactly. In her culture, you're supposed to pick up on subtle cues.
But in American culture, we tend to be more direct about our feelings.
I'm used to people saying, I'm mad at you, very clearly.
So you two had to meet in the middle somehow, right?
Yeah, we actually had a big conversation about this after a fight.
What did you figure out during that conversation between you two?
She agreed to be more direct, and I agreed to pay better attention.
That's compromise, both people adjusting to make communication work better for everyone.
Now I can read her moods much better than I could before.
And she probably tells you more directly when something bothers her now.
She does. Our communication has improved so much over the years together.
Let's talk about expressing feelings in English for international couples listening today.
Oh yeah, this is important. How do you say I love you?
I think everyone knows that one, James. Let's go deeper here.
Okay, fair point. What about expressing frustration without starting a huge fight?
Good question. Instead of you always do this wrong, try something gentler.
Like what? Give me an example I can actually use, please.
I feel frustrated when this happens focuses on your feelings, not blame.
Oh, that's the I statements thing therapists always talk about, right?
Exactly. It works in any language, but especially when English isn't someone's first.
Because you statements sound like attacks even if you don't mean them that way.
Right. And when language is already challenging, tone matters even more than usual.
I learned this the hard way after making Maria cry once.
Oh no, what did you say to her that upset her so much?
I said you never listened to me during an argument we were having.
And she took that very personally, feeling like you were attacking her character.
Exactly. She thought I was saying she's a bad person or girlfriend.
But you just meant that specific moment, not her entire personality overall, right?
Of course, but the word never made it sound so extreme and hurtful.
Words like always and never are really dangerous in arguments between couples, honestly.
Now I say I felt unheard in that conversation, which is much better.
That's perfect. You're expressing your feeling without blaming her for anything specific.
It changed everything about how we handle disagreements together now, completely.
Let's talk about pet names in terms of endearment across cultures.
Oh, this is fun. Maria calls me Mia Amor all the time.
That's Portuguese for my love, right? So sweet and romantic, honestly.
Yeah, and in English, I call her babe or honey usually.
Did she understand those terms right away, or did you explain them?
I had to explain. She thought babe meant baby, like an actual infant.
That's hilarious. So she was confused why you were calling her baby.
She asked if I thought she was childish or something like that.
That must have been such an awkward conversation to have with her.
It was. I explained that babe is just a romantic nickname in English.
Terms of endearment are so cultural. They don't translate well between languages often.
What are some other English terms couples use that learners should know?
Sweetheart is pretty common, and dear for more traditional or older couples.
Love is used a lot in British English, like thanks, love.
Yes, but in American English, love might sound too intense for casual use.
I would never call a stranger love, but British people do it.
Exactly. Regional differences matter, even within English-speaking countries and cultures worldwide, clearly.
What about serious relationship conversations, like talking about the future together?
Oh, that's crucial. Those conversations require very clear English to avoid misunderstandings completely.
When Maria and I talked about moving in together, I was so nervous.
Because you wanted to make sure she understood exactly what you meant?
Yes, I didn't want her agreeing to something she didn't fully understand.
So, how did you make sure the conversation was clear for both of you?
I asked her to repeat back what she understood in her own words.
That's brilliant. It's called reflective listening, and it really works well, always.
She explained what she thought I meant, and I could correct any confusion.
Did she understand everything correctly, or were there some misunderstandings at first?
She thought moving in meant I wanted to get married immediately, like right away.
Because in her culture, you don't live together before marriage, usually.
Exactly, so I had to explain that in American culture, it's different.
Living together before marriage is pretty normal here, but not everywhere worldwide.
We had a whole conversation about cultural expectations around relationships and commitment.
Those conversations are hard, but so necessary in international relationships, I think.
For sure, you can't assume your partner knows your cultural expectations at all.
Everything needs to be discussed openly, from small things to big decisions.
Can we talk about meeting each other's families? That was terrifying, honestly.
I bet, especially with the language and cultural barriers involved there.
Maria's parents speak very little English, so that was challenging for me.
How did you communicate with them during your first meeting together?
Mostly through Maria translating, but I learned some Portuguese phrases beforehand, too.
That's respectful. Learning even basic phrases shows effort and care for their culture.
I learned prazer em conhecê-los, which means pleased to meet you, basically.
Her parents probably appreciated that effort, even if your pronunciation was bad.
My pronunciation was terrible, but they smiled and seemed happy anyway.
The effort matters more than perfection when meeting your partner's family, honestly.
What English phrases should someone learn before meeting their partner's English-speaking family?
Definitely learn how to compliment the meal, like, "This is delicious."
Thank you for having me is important to show appreciation for hospitality.
"Your home is lovely" is a nice compliment that works in most situations.
What about asking questions to show interest in getting to know them better?
"How long have you lived here?" is a safe, easy conversation starter.
How do you do for work is standard, but maybe too formal?
It's fine. Just follow up with genuine interest in their answer, not just asking.
That's interesting. How did you get into that field? Shows you're really listening.
Exactly. Ask follow-up questions based on what they say to keep conversation flowing.
When Maria met my parents, she was so nervous about her English.
Did your parents speak slowly and clearly to help her understand them better?
At first, they forgot, but I reminded them to adjust their speaking style.
What did you tell them to do differently to help Maria feel more comfortable?
Speak slower, avoid idioms, and ask if she understood when explaining things to her.
That's considerate. Did Maria feel more comfortable after they adjusted their approach?
So much better. She told me later she appreciated how welcoming they were.
Family acceptance makes such a huge difference in international relationships working out successfully.
Now let's talk about something practical, like planning dates in English.
Oh, yes. How do you suggest activities without sounding too pushy or demanding?
I learned to say, would you like to, instead of let's sometimes.
Why is would you like to better than let's do this?
Because let's sounds like I've already decided without asking her opinion first.
Would you like to go to dinner gives her a choice to say yes or no.
Exactly. And if she says no, I can suggest something else instead.
How about we try this restaurant is another good option that sounds collaborative.
Maria taught me that in Brazilian culture, being too direct sounds rude sometimes.
So asking gently is better than making statements about what you'll do together.
Right. It shows respect for her preferences and includes her in the decision.
What if you're not sure what your partner wants to do together?
Just ask, what would you like to do this weekend? Is simple and clear.
Or, I'm open to anything. What sounds fun to you? Shows flexibility.
These phrases work great when you're still learning someone's preferences and interests overall.
Let's talk about handling long-distance situations in international relationships. That's common today.
Oh man, Maria and I were long distance for 8 months initially.
How did you keep the relationship strong with that distance between you?
Video calls every day, even just for 15 minutes before bed.
Consistency matters more than length of time when you're apart, I think.
Totally. Even a quick call to say goodnight made a huge difference.
What did you talk about during those calls to keep things interesting?
We'd share our day, talk about plans, and sometimes just watch shows together.
Oh, you'd watch the same show at the same time while on video call?
Yeah, we'd press play together and react to what was happening on screen.
That's creative. It creates shared experiences even when you're physically apart from each other.
The hardest part was expressing how much I missed her in words.
Because I miss you starts to feel repetitive when you say it every day.
Exactly. I tried to vary how I expressed it using different words.
What are some different ways to say I miss you in English?
I can't wait to see you again focuses on the future positively.
I wish you were here right now expresses the current feelings specifically.
Thinking of you is gentler and works for texts or quick messages.
I miss your laugh or I miss your smile is more specific and personal.
Maria loved when I mentioned specific things I missed about her personality.
It shows you're thinking about her as a whole person, not just missing physical presence.
These small language choices really strengthened our emotional connection during that time apart.
What about handling arguments when you can't talk face-to-face in person?
That was tough. Text arguments are the worst in any relationship, honestly.
Why are text arguments worse than talking in person or on the phone?
You can't hear tone, so everything sounds harsher than it's meant to be.
And there's that delay between messages where you're both just getting angrier, right?
Yes, you're imagining the worst while waiting for their response to your message.
Did you and Maria develop rules about arguing over text or distance?
We agreed to never have serious arguments through text messages at all.
So if something came up, you'd wait to video call instead.
Exactly, or at least voice call so we could hear each other's tone.
That's mature. Many couples continue arguing through text and make things worse for themselves.
We learned that the hard way after one terrible fight over messages.
What happened during that fight if you don't mind sharing with everyone?
I said something that seemed fine to me but hurt her feelings badly.
And you didn't realize because you couldn't see her reaction or hear her voice.
Right. By the time we got on a call, she was crying.
That must have been awful for both of you during that moment.
It was. I felt terrible because I never meant to hurt her at all.
What did you learn from that experience about communication in relationships?
That serious conversations need voice or video, not just typing words on a screen.
Tone and emotion are just as important as the actual words being said.
Especially when one person is speaking their second language and might misunderstand something easily.
Let's talk about celebrating special occasions across cultural and language differences today now.
Birthdays and anniversaries are interesting because every culture celebrates differently from others globally.
How does Maria's culture celebrate birthdays compared to yours in America?
In Brazil, the birthday person throws the party, not friends or family.
Oh, interesting. In America, friends usually throw a surprise party for you.
Yeah, so I was confused when Maria planned her own birthday party.
You probably thought she was being too forward or something like that initially.
Kind of, but she explained that's just how it's done there culturally.
Learning these cultural differences prevents hurt feelings and misunderstandings between partners clearly always.
What English phrases should people know for celebrating special occasions with partners?
Happy birthday, I hope your day is amazing is classic and sweet.
I'm so grateful for another year with you works for anniversaries perfectly.
You make every day special, what is romantic without being over the top cheesy.
What about when you mess up and forget an important date?
Oh no, have you done that with Maria before?
I forgot our 6-month anniversary because we don't really celebrate those in America.
But in her culture, every monthly anniversary is important and should be acknowledged.
Exactly. She was upset and I had to apologize sincerely for forgetting.
How do you apologize well in English for relationship mistakes like that?
I'm really sorry. I messed up and I'll do better is honest and direct.
I understand why you're hurt and your feelings are valid, shows empathy clearly.
How can I make this right? Gives them power to tell you what they need.
Never say, I'm sorry you feel that way, because that's not a real apology.
Right. That's basically saying your feelings are wrong, but I'll apologize anyway.
Right. Real apologies take responsibility without making excuses for your behavior or actions taken.
All right, let's wrap this up with some final advice for international couples listening today.
Yes, what's the most important thing you've learned from your relationship with Maria?
Patience. You both need patience with language mistakes and cultural misunderstandings constantly.
Your partner will mess up English sometimes, and that's completely okay, always.
And you'll mess up understanding their culture sometimes, which is also fine.
The key is laughing together about mistakes instead of getting frustrated or upset.
Maria and I laugh about our miscommunications now instead of fighting about them.
That's growth. You've built a foundation of trust and understanding over time together.
It takes work, but international relationships are so rewarding when they work well.
You learn a new language, a new culture, and grow as a person.
Plus, you get to share your culture with someone who sees it fresh.
Maria probably notices things about American culture that you never even thought about before.
All the time, she points out things that seem normal to me but are weird to her.
That outside perspective is valuable and makes you more aware of your own culture.
All right, everyone, if you enjoyed this conversation about international relationships, please like and share.
Subscribe to SpeakNext English Podcast for more real, practical English conversations like this one.
Leave a comment if you're in an international relationship and share your experiences.
We'd love to hear your stories about language and cultural challenges you faced.
Thanks for listening to Speak Next English Podcast today, everyone out there.
Take care, be patient with your partners, and keep learning English together.
See you next time with another interesting conversation topic for learners.
Goodbye, everyone, and remember, love transcends language when you make the effort.
Bye-bye, and good luck with your international relationships out there.